Most empty nesters fall into three traps. I know they happened to me in 2020 when I became an empty nester, and now I help people in my coaching practice to break free from them. What are the three spots that a lot of empty nesters get stuck? And how can we break free from them? Number one is isolation. Isolation when you're an empty nester is easy. There's no kids anymore with friends coming over and games to go to or practices or whatever it was that you had to always go to. If you want to stay home for days or weeks, you probably can. And once you do, you start to create the habit and your brain gets used to it. And pretty soon you're isolated, which isn't always a really bad thing if it's in short spurts. But empty nesters, let's be honest, there can be a lot of negative self talk that comes in when you stay alone and you don't have connection. We're wired to be with other people. So isolation is a dangerous area to get stuck in. Number two, the second area a lot of empty nesters get into is neglecting personal growth. I had a client, this is an area we get into when first we embrace the shift, right? There's a lot of emotions that come in with becoming an empty nester, but personal growth isn't always top of mind when you're an empty nester. When you're a parent, you're like, yeah, I want to be a great leader. I want to be a great mom. I want to be a great member of my community and, help at the school. But when the kid moves out, it's almost like, well, nobody really needs me. So do I really have to work on my personal growth? Yes, more than ever. This is a great time to work on personal growth. And the good news is you probably have some more time to do it. So when you're ready, embrace that personal growth. And then finally, a place that empty nesters get stuck is they get stuck in a waiting mindset. What do I mean? Well, in my coaching practice, I help a lot of empty nesters who are in a dark, dark place move into the light, move into a place that's better, building a dream of what they want their experience to be like. But a waiting mindset is a dangerous mindset. And it's one that, as a parent, you're waiting for when your kid's going to need you next. You're waiting for your phone to ring because they need a ride. You're waiting for a question, a request, right? But when your adult child moves out and they're doing well on their own, good job, mom, good job, dad, you did it, they don't need you as much. So that waiting mindset becomes very quiet. And if you combine that with not working on personal growth and isolating, you're starting that downward spiral of thinking where you're disappointed that your phone didn't ring. Maybe you didn't get a text or a call back after you put your feelers out there. And that disappointment starts to get you into a negative downward spiral of thinking. So be careful. These three areas all have some dangerous outcomes. If you want to read some tips, I created a tool called the Empty Nester Roadmap, and it's available for free on my website. It's got a lot of action-packed ideas and ways that you can navigate the time of being an empty nester, whether you're in the beginning stages where you're really embracing the shift and dealing with the emotions. Maybe you're in the second stage of like decluttering and discovering things that you want, or you're in the third step, which is really building the dream and reigniting your purpose. Check it out on my website, bettertogetherlifecoaching.fun. And also, I want to invite you to a live event. I do this once a month. It's on the second Saturday of every month. You can find information on my website too, bettertogetherlifecoaching.fun. So the second Saturday of every month, we dig into different topics that help empty nesters. And in February 8th at 2 o'clock 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, we're going to dig into the Empty Nesters Roadmap. And I'm really going to go into each of the steps to give you ideas, meet you where you're at, and help you to move forward into the next best spot. So, Empty Nesters Roadmap, live event coming February 8th. Consider going on my website, getting the free resource, and signing up for the live event. bettertogetherlifecoaching.fun. I'm Barbara Zinda. And remember, we're so much better together.